Have you ever felt a haunting emptiness? A quiet ache in your soul that whispers, "There's someone meant for you, but where are they?" What if I told you this isn't random longing? It's your unconscious mind screaming a truth you've ignored for years. Carl Jung, the legendary psychologist who cracked the code of the human soul, revealed a shocking secret. The deepest decisions of your life, the ones that lead to love, purpose, and destiny, don't come from logic. They erupt from a hidden realm within you, a place of raw symbols and primal emotions you've been trained to silence. Right now, your soul is begging you to listen. That magnetic pull towards certain people, the dizzying déjà vu when you meet a stranger who feels like home. This isn't coincidence. It's your unconscious mind aligning with destiny itself. But here's the catch. Most people die never understanding this force and stay trapped in shallow relationships, forever searching. Today, I'll expose Jung's forbidden wisdom, the same secrets that have guided thousands to unlock soul-deep connections and finally meet the person the universe destined for them. This isn't just theory, it's a shortcut to rewriting your love story, starting now. But before we dive in, if you're new here, do this one thing first. Hit subscribe. Why? Because thousands watching right now still aren't subscribed, and they risk missing the life-altering truths we drop every week. This channel isn't just content, it's a revolution. And if you're ready to stop guessing and start living the love you're meant for, you belong here. Tap that button. It takes 2 seconds, and let's awaken your destiny together. Have you ever met someone and instantly felt as though you've been waiting for them your entire life? It's not just a casual encounter. It's a moment of synchronicity, something Jung defined as the interconnection between the universe and your unconscious. Synchronicity is not a random concept or coincidence. It is the universe, responding to your internal vibration, showing you what you truly need to grow, expand your life, and connect with what is genuinely meaningful to you. However, you may not always recognize this connection immediately. In fact, the process of meeting someone meant for you often comes with challenges and moments of confusion. Jung said that sometimes we must confront our shadows, the parts of ourselves we prefer not to see, before we can truly connect with what we seek. These shadows are not external demons, but parts of our own psyche that we've repressed and that manifest in ways we don't fully comprehend. The curious thing is that when someone is meant for you, that connection will somehow lead you to confront those shadows. It will make you question what you thought you knew about yourself, your limits, your expectations, and what you truly need in a relationship. In this way, the person who seems to be your destiny not only teaches you about love or connection, but also about self-understanding and self-knowledge. Through that relationship, the unconscious invites you to look at parts of yourself you may have ignored for a long time. The sensation you experience when something is meant for you isn't based solely on momentary happiness. It's deeper. It's a feeling of integrity, of alignment with your true self. When something or someone is meant for you, you feel you don't have to make unnecessary efforts to fit in. You simply are yourself, and that is enough. You don't feel pressured to change or adapt to others' expectations because that relationship or situation allows you to be who you truly are. Here, a key concept from Jung comes into play: individuation. Though I haven't mentioned this term before, it refers to the process of becoming who you truly are, shedding the masks and false identities we often wear to fit into the world. Relationships meant for you don't demand you to be someone you're not. Instead, they allow you to discover your most authentic self. Through that connection, you find yourself. What Jung wanted to convey is that life isn't about fitting into a mold, but discovering who you are at your core and living from that truth. When a person is destined to enter your life, things may not be perfect from the start. In fact, you may face challenges, conflicts, or misunderstandings. But those challenges aren't signs that something is wrong. They are opportunities to grow and discover more about yourself and what you truly need. Jung believed that the process of personal growth is never easy or immediate. Instead of fleeing from conflicts or difficulties, you must see them as opportunities to integrate the parts of yourself you don't yet fully understand. Perhaps you've been drawn to someone who initially seemed like everything you'd ever wanted, But later you encountered difficulties, situations you didn't understand. Maybe you wondered if there was something wrong with the relationship, or with yourself. But Jung reminds us that these difficulties aren't signs the relationship isn't for you. They're invitations to delve deeper into yourself. Authentic relationships aren't built without challenges. Moments of conflict help you discover what you truly need, what strengthens you, and what liberates you. Love, in its deepest sense, isn't a feeling of perfection, but of authenticity. And it's this authenticity that creates a true connection between two people. When someone is meant for you, it's not just about sharing moments of happiness, but growing together, healing together, and facing the shadows within both of you. It's this process of growth and transformation that makes a relationship truly meaningful. In short, when someone is meant for you, you don't just feel it in the depths of your being. That feeling is accompanied by an invitation to self-knowledge. That person not only connects you with what you need emotionally, but also challenges you to be the best version of yourself. They don't demand you to be something you're not. On the contrary, that connection allows you to be more yourself than ever. And that is where you find a relationship that can truly transform your life. What Jung taught us is that true love isn't something we seek outside ourselves, but something we discover within. When we align with our true essence, the universe brings us the people who will help us grow, heal, and transform. The signs are there, waiting to be heard. When you pay attention to those signs and allow yourself to feel that deep connection with someone, you know it's because that person is meant to be part of your journey towards self-knowledge and authenticity. What truly happens when someone is meant for you is that you begin to feel a profound clarity, as if everything in your life has been preparation for that moment. Contact with that person isn't ordinary. It's as if you're being reminded of something you already knew, something that has always been deep within you. That sensation isn't an illusion. It's the reflection of a connection that transcends the conscious, one the unconscious has prepared for you. Jung spoke of the importance of listening to the unconscious's signals, and when someone destined for you appears in your life, the signs are clear. Perhaps something as simple as a conversation becomes a bridge to a deeper understanding of yourself, one that takes you beyond the superficial. Suddenly, you realize that everything you've lived up to that moment has a purpose. The difficult lessons, failed relationships, and mistaken decisions have all been steps toward this moment of authentic connection. But this process isn't as simple as finding someone and living happily ever after. In fact, Jung points out that when you meet someone meant for you, you face a mirror, one that reflects both what you love about yourself and what you haven't yet integrated. This can be uncomfortable at first, even painful, because the shadows hidden in your psyche come to light. But instead of fleeing from them, Jung encourages us to look at them, to integrate them, for only then can we live a more complete life aligned with our true nature. This process of confronting shadows isn't limited to the relationship with that person. It's also an opportunity to revisit other relationships in your life, those that have limited you, held you back, or made you feel less than you truly are. Often, we encounter people who, though they may seem destined to be part of our lives, fail to align with our essence. The reason isn't that these people are bad, but that they simply aren't in tune with what we need for our growth. The unconscious, as Jung saw it, speaks to us through our feelings and reactions to the world. So when someone is truly meant for you, you don't just feel it deeply. That connection leads you to question what you've taken for granted. If you feel constantly overwhelmed by intense emotions or discomfort, it's a sign the unconscious is inviting you to look closer. Jung said the unconscious isn't afraid to expose us to darkness. It seeks for us to finally confront those hidden parts of ourselves so we can find the light. It's common to feel vulnerable when faced with such a deep connection. Vulnerability, Jung believed, is fundamental to personal growth. Without it, we could never access authenticity. What's even more revealing is that instead of seeing vulnerability as weakness, it's precisely what makes us strong. It allows us to open up to others, to be honest with ourselves, and thus live deeper, more enriching relationships. This is why people meant for us are those who make us feel truly alive. They challenge us, push us out of our comfort zones, and simultaneously allow us to discover and embrace parts of ourselves we thought we'd lost. It's not about finding someone perfect, for perfection is an illusion. It's about finding someone who lets you be yourself in your entirety, without fear or barriers. When this happens, magic is created where two people not only love each other, but also support each other on the path to realizing their most authentic selves. It's a dance where each person, through the relationship, discovers their own purpose and mission in life. And that's what makes the connection so powerful. Throughout your life, you'll meet people who make you question and grow, but you'll also meet those who drain your energy, make you feel trapped, or cause you to forget who you are. It's not always easy to tell the difference. That's why Jung emphasized the importance of a healthy relationship with oneself. If you don't know who you truly are, it will be hard to recognize what's good for you. But when you know yourself, when you've moved beyond social expectations and aligned with your inner being, you can feel with greater clarity what is meant for you. This process of self-knowledge is crucial, and a relationship with someone meant for you acts as a catalyst. That connection can help you rediscover what you truly want, need, and what makes you happy. It's not a relationship that promises eternal happiness or the absence of conflict, but one that teaches you to live authentically, embracing both the shadows and light within. Jung showed us that life is a process of continuous transformation and evolution. When we meet someone meant for us, that relationship isn't the end, but the beginning of a deeper journey into self-knowledge and self-understanding. It's through this journey that we discover what truly matters in life, what connects us to our essence and allows us to be authentically ourselves. You may be experiencing confusion right now. Perhaps you're in a relationship you don't fully understand, or searching for something you haven't yet found. I invite you to look within, to listen to that inner voice guiding you. As Jung taught, the unconscious speaks to us through feelings, intuitions, and the people we meet along the way. When that destined person appears in your life, you'll know it's time to embrace what is meant for you, without fear, without reservation, and with full trust that you're on the right path. This is the journey to your true self, filled with lessons, challenges, and moments of profound connection. So if you ever feel something or someone is destined to be part of your life, don't be afraid to follow that feeling. When you follow your truth, the universe responds, and the pieces of your life begin to fit together in amazing and perfect ways. When you meet someone who seems destined for you, something inside you awakens. That sensation can be so powerful. It feels as though everything you've lived until now was preparation for this connection. However, as with everything in life, authentic connection is never linear. It's a process, a path of discovery that may not be clear at first. It may be filled with confusion, doubt, and even pain. But Jung taught us that through these difficult moments, a process of healing and deep growth also occurs. People meant for you aren't perfect, and the relationships you build with them aren't without challenges. On the contrary, they're the ones that challenge us most, pushing us to be more authentic and look beyond the shadows we carry. Jung said relationships, both healthy and challenging, are reflections of our internal psyche. It's no coincidence that in certain relationships, your insecurities, fears, and unresolved dreams rise to the surface. Meeting someone meant for you can expose these hidden aspects because that person has the power to activate something within you. This might manifest in many ways: intense emotions you don't fully understand, aspects of yourself you've avoided. But these are the moments when, if you choose to face them, you can discover your true self, the one beyond expectations and limitations you've carried for so long. What we often don't understand is that these interactions aren't just opportunities to love another being, but to learn to love ourselves. People meant for you, in a way, are designed to reflect what you haven't yet integrated into your life. They're mirrors that sometimes painfully show us the parts of ourselves needing healing. This is what Jung called the encounter with the shadow. It's not about rejecting these shadows, but accepting them and understanding they're part of our wholeness. The shadow isn't external. It's a part of you you've denied, hidden, and that often unconsciously controls your life. Throughout this process, what's important isn't just finding the right person, but learning to be the right person for yourself. This means understanding relationships shouldn't be a burden or a battleground where you feel less than, insecure, or incomplete. When someone is meant for you, that relationship should be a space where you can be yourself. No pretenses, no masks, free to explore your deepest self. This is what true alignment means. As Jung taught, living from your authentic essence isn't about following a perfect path, but being true to who you are, even when it means letting go of what no longer serves you, even if it hurts. In this process of releasing what no longer belongs in your life, you begin to understand that love isn't found outside, but cultivated from within. Relationships with people meant for you should nurture you, reflecting self-love, not lack. True love isn't about filling voids, but sharing what is already complete within you. Through connection with others, you experience the magic of authenticity and true growth. The deepest relationships are those where you can evolve together without changing who you are. Love becomes a journey of mutual exploration. When someone is meant for you, the path is never rigid or predictable. It's a process that adjusts, adapts to both needs, and transforms over time. Truly meaningful relationships aren't just about sharing happy moments. They're about growing, learning, and evolving as individuals within that relationship. Love becomes a tool of transformation. Through it, you connect not only with another being, but with a more authentic version of yourself, one you may have forgotten or set aside. It's important to remember this type of connection doesn't come when we consciously seek it most. True connection happens when we're ready to receive it, when we're in tune with our essence and have done the work to integrate both the light and dark parts of our being. Jung spoke of the importance of integration, embracing all aspects of oneself, even the ones we dislike. As we do this, our energy shifts, and that's when the right people begin to arrive. The universe, or what Jung called the collective unconscious, responds to our internal energy. When we're aligned with ourselves, the relationships we attract will also be aligned. What often happens is that people meant for us don't appear as magical solutions to all our problems. They're not there to fill voids or resolve insecurities. Instead, they act as guides, helping us discover what we truly need to heal and grow. True connection isn't about finding someone who complements us, but someone with whom we can share our wholeness without fear or reservation. Lastly, the journey of meeting someone meant for you isn't easy. There will be moments of doubt, times you question if you're on the right path. But as Jung taught, doubt and uncertainty are part of the transformation process. The true power of a relationship lies in both people's ability to keep growing together, to learn through challenges, and to not give up even when things seem hard. Because authentic love isn't just something you feel, it's something you live, build, and experience. That's the magic Jung invites us to discover. True love is transformative, making us more than we ever thought we could be. In conclusion, when someone is meant for you, it's not just an external connection. It's a profound internal experience. It's a call to reconnect with your essence, embrace all you are, and live from that truth. The path isn't easy, but it's the only way to an authentic and fulfilling life. As you follow this path, you'll realize you're not only finding that destined person, but also finding yourself in the process. In that encounter with your deepest self, you'll discover the peace, authenticity, and purpose you've long sought. True connections, those truly meant for you, not only let you grow alongside another, but also allow you to fully flourish as an individual. This journey isn't always easy, but it's the path to true transformation, to a life full of meaning. Through these experiences, you begin to understand that love isn't just a feeling. It's a process of self-knowledge, healing, and expansion. It's life's gift to help you recognize yourself as you are, without fear or barriers. I invite you to reflect on everything you've heard today. What parts of yourself have you been denying? What relationships have you been maintaining that no longer serve you? What could you gain if you choose to live authentically and let the universe guide you toward what's truly meant for you? It's time to take that step, Open yourself to new experiences, and trust that when you align with your truth, the right people will arrive at the perfect moment. If this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are you ready to begin this journey toward authenticity? Leave your comment below and share how you felt listening to these words. Together, we can share this knowledge and help more people find their path to truth and purpose. If you believe this content can inspire others, please share it. Help me reach more people and build a community where self-knowledge and self-love are the foundation for transforming lives. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so now and hit the bell to never miss future videos. Every time you interact, share, or comment, you help spread this message to those who need it. Thank you for being part of this community. Remember, change begins with you.